just recently 15 years old. His debut race, outside front row qualifying effort, podium run. He's got a future coming.
Hi, I'm Aryton Grim, and I'm here at Lime Rock Motorsports Park, and I'm here to answer some of your guys' questions. So my first motorsports memory was back when I was probably around 3 years old. My dad asked me if I wanted to go race these things called go-karts, and I was like, sure. So we went to a race to watch, and I was like, okay, this is cool, let's do it. So he bought me a cart, and that's where I got hooked onto it at. I've been racing go-karts since I was 4.
Okay,
so
wow.
That was kind of like grassroots to me back then, but as I went up and got better.
That's crazy.
So the first car I ever raced was a spec Miata. It was an NA. It was actually one of the most fun cars I've ever had, but it wasn't the speed I needed, and I needed something else. So a race that taught me a lesson was probably Mid-Ohio, one of my first actual races. I got into a little incident with somebody, and I learned that you can't always just own the racetrack, and I just learned to respect people from there because I left no room for them, and I just learned tons of respect and how to respect people. So I just usually sit there and just don't think about anything but racing. I usually just think about the track in my head, think about what I'm gonna do, think about how I'm gonna get good on the start, and everything I can think about before the race. Oh yeah, I sim race a lot. I think the sim is a huge training tool because not only does it give you like an advanced look at the track, but it also just gives you an idea of where you're going. You don't have to like be fast on the sim, you just have to be knowing where you're going. Hardest thing I've learned is getting the basics of the line down, because you might be going into a turn thinking, oh, this is the line, but the line can also be anything. Because here especially, the line is high going into one, which you would think you'd want to keep it tight. So I think it's all about finding that groove and finding the line for the speed.
Wow, okay.
So I miss a lot of school, obviously, which school's actually starting in a few days, which kind of sucks with my racing schedule, but we learn to just manage it by calling out all we can, giving them an advance heads up. I do all my schoolwork while I'm gone. I always communicate with my friends and people in my class while I'm gone. They let me know what I'm missing and what I need to do when I get back. So the age doesn't really make a difference to me. Now, if they're like a little bit older, it kind of makes me watch them a little bit more because they might not be watching me or seeing me, especially in the rush class. There's a few of those older people who might not be watching for me, so you just gotta be a little bit careful about that.
Nice.
I would probably have to pick a Porsche GT3 RS 992, brand new one.
Nice.
Probably Circuit of the Americas.
Ooh, yeah.
It looks like an amazing track.
You'll do that eventually.
I know.
For sure.
I would hope that I'm somewhere like MX-5 Cup, GR Cup, just somewhere like really competitive where it really grows my network out there. So the funniest thing that's happened to me was, it was actually in this car last year at Lime Rock. I went over the hill, was carrying more speed than I wanted to, and I got so much air, I did not think I was coming back down, and I could not stop laughing about it the whole time after
That's good.
I mostly learned from him. He's like my mentor, I would say. He helps you with everything. He makes these cars work. Yeah, so like off the track, I go to his shop, I help with this car. We actually spent 2 days of probably 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. working on that car just to get it ready.
Nice.
So my goal is to be the best, and just, I want to do anything that's competitive, anything that can really give me a challenge. Like Gridlife gives me a challenge. It's amazing, and I do think at some point I will try to go to something more professional. My goal is somewhere in IMSA around the GTP category, something that looks really cool to me and something I want to try. So if you guys want to follow my journey and my build with this car and any other racing I do, go ahead and follow my Instagram at Aryton Grim. And then you can also follow my YouTube, Aryton Grim Racing. Thank you guys all for the questions. I really appreciate it, and I hope I answered them good.